To perform the daily service checks, the excavator should be parked on a level surface with the arm extended and the bucket curled and setting on the ground. Although a 470 GLC is shown, the service points are the same or similar for the 670 and 870. Any significant differences will be shown and explained. Daily service begins on the left side of the excavator. It's important to take care when climbing on or off the unit. Use the steps and handholds that are provided and always face the machine. It's important that you maintain at least a 3-point contact, 2 hands and a foot or 2 feet and a hand. Inside the front compartment, you can view the windshield washer fluid level. Fluid is added through an access above, which will be identified when we move to the top of the compartment. Also in this compartment is the optional control lever pattern changer if equipped. The pattern can be changed between the standard excavator pattern and the backhoe pattern. Refer to the operator's manual for the specific details. Also in this area on the 470, you can view the hydraulic oil level sight gauge. A diagram next to it shows the correct position the excavator should be in when checking the hydraulic oil level. Behind the rear door on the 470, you have access to hydraulic pumps and fuel filters. Each of the filters has a tube that extends below the house to easily capture fluids when draining is required. In the rear of the compartment, you have access to the engine oil filters. It is a good practice to check this area daily for any leaks. Climbing up the steps, you can see the hydraulic fill and filter access. Removing this rubber plug to the left allows access to the windshield washer fluid fill that was referred to earlier. On top, you have access to the air cleaner and engine compartment. With the right compartment open, you have access to the air cleaner. Pinching the dust unloading valve removes accumulated material. When required, the air cleaner can be easily serviced by removing this cover. Next to the air cleaner is the engine hood access. Raise the hood using the handle until the bar is securely locked in place. Through the engine access door, you can check the engine oil level. If necessary, engine oil is added here. Nearby is the radiator coolant bottle. With the engine cold, the coolant level should be between the full and low marks. Note, on the 470 you can also view the level from the cab. If low, coolant can be added to the bottle. Access is gained by flipping open the metal cover. Fill with a mixture of clean, soft water and a permanent type low silicate ethylene glycol base antifreeze. Check the tracks for broken or damaged pins, bushings, and other track parts. Also check looseness and tightness of track sag. A tight track can accelerate track wear significantly. The sag can be adjusted by adding or removing grease from the grease fitting in the track frame. Consult the operator's manual to obtain the proper track sag specification for each excavator and for the proper procedures to use when measuring track sag. As you walk around the excavator, look for damage, oil leaks, and anything else that looks out of the ordinary. Check the oil coolers and radiator cores for debris buildup. By removing bolts, you can clean the screen. The fuel drain access is located in the bottom, just ahead of the coolers. Inside the right compartment on the 470 model, you can find the batteries. Before we move on, the 6 and 870 have a few differences in the areas we just viewed on the 470. The batteries on the larger 670 and 870 models are in the front compartment behind the cab. Check them for loose connections, corrosion, and cracks. While doing your daily checks, look for exposed wires and loose harness connections that may later cause unexpected problems. Like the 470, the windshield washer fluid bottle level on the 670 and 870 can be seen in this compartment, as well as the optional control pattern change lever if equipped. The rear door provides access to the hydraulic pumps. On the 670, the hydraulic tank sight glass can be seen. On top, the 670 is similar to the 470 in that you have access to the hydraulic tank and the windshield washer fill. The air cleaner is in this compartment on the left. Like the 470, pinch the unloading valve to remove debris. Removing this cover allows servicing of the air filter element. Be sure the lock arm is in place with the hood open. Engine service on the 670 is similar to the 470 with the dipstick located in front and the oil fill located on top. Unlike the 470 and 670, the 870 has a middle door to allow access to the engine and hydraulic area. On the left, you can see the hydraulic oil sight glass. The 870 model has two air cleaner filters. Each has an unloading valve below the canister. Removing the covers will allow you to service the air filters. The engine can be accessed by opening the bottom doors and the top hood. Again, be sure the lock arm is in place with the hood open. The engine dipstick and oil fill are located in the same general location as on the 470 and 670 units that we saw earlier. The fuel filters are accessed here. The engine oil filters are also accessed in this area. The radiator coolant level can be checked by looking at the side of the two recovery bottles. Swinging open the cover will provide access to the top of the bottles for filling if necessary. Regardless of model, the right compartment is a handy place to store a variety of items, including a grease gun. Make sure the excavator is properly lubricated and greased. A remote grease bank allows lubrication of hard-to-reach points on the boom. Be sure to refer to the operator's manual for exact lubrication points and intervals. You can easily see the fuel level through the sight tube on the side of the tank. The fuel fill is located on top. The fuel cap, as well as all compartments, can be locked with an ignition key. Check for missing or loose clamps, bent hoses, lines, or hoses that rub against each other. Check for fluid leaks. Oil splatter and puddles are signs to look for. Hydraulic system leaks must be corrected before the excavator is operated. Notice the openness in this area allows for easier cleaning when necessary. A clean operator station goes a long way in promoting safe operation. This includes keeping things clear of the propel pedals and other controls. Being clean on the outside as well as inside can definitely have its benefits. Be sure to take a moment to clean the glass so you can see who and what are around you. This concludes the pre-start inspection and daily service of the excavator. For your convenience, a pre-start inspection checklist is printed in the operator's manual.